Hello everybody, this is Jim Pays, broker at Keller Williams Coastal Properties here in Long Beach, California. You know, I get a lot of questions about what are the options for homeowners who fall behind in their payments. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So what are the options? There's several. Usually a lender or a bank won't file a notice of default, which is the first step in that foreclosure process, until the homeowner gets about 60 days behind in payments, 60 to 90 days behind payments. And then they, like I said, file in the county a notice of default, and that really sets the stage and the process going forward in that foreclosure. So what happens when you find yourself a couple payments behind? What options do we have? Well, the first obvious and the obvious one is you can simply make the current payment or the payments current and have the loan reinstated by the lender. So that's option number one. If for whatever reason you can't do that, then you can look to the lender and request that they enter into a loan modification, and that is a formal process that you would go through with the lender, where you would produce your financials and they would determine whether you are a viable candidate to have your loan modified. Typically what they do is they add the payments that you're in arrearage on to the back end of the note, or they may reduce your interest rate, or take an adjustable loan and make it a fixed loan. There's several ways they can massage your loan in order to modify it so that you can afford the payments going forward. Another option you might have is to refinance the loan, although that's a little more difficult if you fall behind in your current loan. A new lender coming and saying, you know, are you a viable candidate for a refinance? They would look to your credit and your past payment history and say, is it a good risk? Another option beyond straight refinance with another lender is what they call a short refi. That's where your existing lender would, in effect, refinance the property, changing the terms, the rate, etc., and through that new loan put on the property, paying off the old one, and you move forward accordingly. Another is you can negotiate a forbearance on the loan, and that's where the lender will forbear or give you some time that you need in order to cure your present situation, and then add the payments to the back of the loan, or you'll have to make additional payments up until the loan is current. Another option that's available these days is some people are filing bankruptcy, either Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, depending upon their particular situation. That, you know, is a complicated process. You'll absolutely need an attorney for that. Please, if you're looking to go forward in the bankruptcy, seek legal advice on that one. Interesting note, some of the options that we're going to talk about are tabled when you go through a bankruptcy process. The foreclosure does not stop forever. It's basically tabled until the bankruptcy is released, and then the foreclosure goes forward. So it's almost like a timeout, if you will. Another option being promoted by a lot of realtors out there is what they call a short sale. It's where the lender agrees to take less than what is owed on the property and allow you to sell to a new homeowner, a new investor, based upon several criteria. One is, you know, what's the status of the property in the market? The other is, what's your situation, the homeowner's situation? Is there a hardship involved? They look to that. And then, what is the buyer's situation? Are they capable of closing on the loan? So they take all of that into consideration when they decide whether they'll agree to take less or not. Why would a lender take less? Well, there's several reasons, but primarily it's, you know, it's a financial justification. They look and say, you know, what's going on with the property, and they try to avoid a loss, a greater loss, if they go forward in a foreclosure. So it benefits all parties. Another option that's being promoted by attorneys sometimes, depending upon the circumstances behind the loan itself. Sometimes there are shades of fraud in the loan or shady dealings by the lender, where an attorney can make a case, and they'll actually file a lawsuit against the lender. What does that do for you, the homeowner? Well, it buys you time. There's no guarantees. It is a complicated process. Absolutely will require the assistance of a lawyer, which involves money. So again, when you get looking at that option, you'll need some additional advice, legal advice. So those are pretty much the options, a few of them anyways. And if you find yourself in that situation, look me up. You can find me at www.coastalcommunityhomes.com, or you can email me at jim@pays.net. Again, that's jim@pays.net, or simply call me 562-394-2504. In the meantime, thanks a lot, and if there's any way I can help you, just let me know. Thanks.